Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Thursday, January 5, 2023, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. Also, check out our perks and join the High Stakes membership. Joining the High Stakes membership is easy, is cheap, but it will help a lot in the growth process of this channel. Plus check out our Patreon in the link down below if you want access for our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting predictions that ends up costing you a lot of time and money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our games for today, make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. One more thing before we start, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find the link in the description and comments section below. Orlando Magic vs Memphis Grizzlies. Memphis is in action Wednesday evening against the Charlotte Hornets and will be on the second leg of a back-to-back for this game. On Sunday night, they came away with a 118-108 win over the Sacramento Kings. Ja Morant scored 35 points and Tyus Jones chipped in 18. They dominated Sacramento on the boards and played without Desmond Bane. He is expected back, but it remains to be seen who Memphis decides to rest on the second leg here. Regardless, they have an advantage on the glass against a young Magic club, and with or without Bane, this should be an easy victory. The Magic shot 5 for 27 from three-point range against Washington and faced the second-best defensive-rated team in the NBA. The Memphis Grizzlies are building another little winning streak, and they win in the favorite role by an average of 7.5 points. The Orlando Magic aren't a team I trust against upper-quality teams, and they are losing their last 5 games by an average of 6.4 points. Both teams are playing the second game of a back-to-back, with Orlando at least getting the break of not having to travel for this game. With that said, the Magic have struggled in these situations, going 0-6 on the year, and they have their work cut out for them against a deep, tough Memphis team. The Grizzlies had won 3 straight entering Wednesday night, and they are battling for the top spot in the West. Memphis has been clicking since Bane returned to the lineup, complementing Morant. Orlando is banged up and they will have problems against the Grizzlies here. Take Memphis on the road to get the victory in this contest. Our team pick is Memphis Grizzlies minus 5.5 points. Memphis ranks 9th in pace of play entering this contest against Orlando. They have a huge advantage on the glass here. Steven Adams tied his career high with 23 rebounds, and Jaren Jackson Jr. finished with 14 and 3 blocks in Memphis's win earlier in the week against the Kings. Orlando, in a rebuild, has been at or near the bottom of the Eastern Conference all year. Orlando scores the third fewest points per game and is in the bottom half in field goal percentage and three-point percentage. But I anticipate a better effort from them after they played the last game without most of their starting cast. For Memphis, they will get whatever they want at the rim and should easily surpass the 120-point mark. Our total pick is over 225.5 points. Dallas Mavericks vs Boston Celtics. Dallas is playing as good of basketball as anyone currently, while Boston's defense has really struggled as of late. The Celtics were blown out by the Thunder, while Doncic has been tremendous as of late, but a big reason for the Mavs' success as of late is their secondary scoring. This should be a shootout, but I like Dallas here. The Mavericks are better at home, while Boston is in the midst of a road trip, which is often when teams struggle, and their defense is worrying for me. The Celtics have struggled to defend guards as of late, and Doncic is the best one Boston has faced as of late. The Boston Celtics have done nothing over the last 2 weeks that makes me want to get behind them in the favorite role. The Celtics' defense has fallen off a cliff, and they're allowing 50.8% shooting in their last 5 games. The Dallas Mavericks have quietly won 7 straight games, and they're winning at home by an average of 6.9 points. I'll grab the free bucket here. Our team pick is Dallas Mavericks plus 2 points. As mentioned above, I expect this game to be a shootout, so take the over here. Dallas is 22-16 in hitting the over this season, and at home, the Mavs are 13-7. Boston, meanwhile, is 19-17-2 in hitting the over. Dallas is currently playing at a pace of 98, which is 29th in the NBA, but their offensive efficiency ranks 4th and their defensive efficiency ranks 16th. The Celtics, meanwhile, play at a pace of 100.3, which ranks 22nd, while they rank 1st in offensive efficiency. As well, in Dallas's last 10 games, the games are averaging 227.9 ppg, while Boston's last 10 games is averaging 232.4 ppg. Our total pick is over 225 points. Houston Rockets vs Utah Jazz. Utah has surprised many this season as the Jazz traded Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell, but are still in a play-in spot. A big reason for Utah's success is their offense, as they run a fast-paced offense and can shoot the ball well. Houston, meanwhile, is on a back-to-back, which will no doubt impact their performance here, while the Rockets' offense is a concern here, as Houston likely won't be able to keep up with Utah's offense. I will be picking the Utah Jazz on the road, and I am going to lay the points, -6. They are the better offensive team in this matchup, as I don't see the Rockets being able to keep up with them throughout this game. According to dunksandthrees.com, the Jazz have the 3rd highest adjusted offensive rating, and they are scoring the 4th most points per game. They can score from anywhere on the floor, and I don't see the Rockets being able to slow them down. Houston is surrendering the 19th most points per game, and they have the 28th lowest adjusted defensive rating. They have struggled to stop anybody this season, and that trend will continue. The Rockets have also been terrible on the offensive end of the court, as they are scoring the 2nd least amount of points per game, and they have the lowest team shooting percentage. They will go cold at different parts in this one, and the Jazz will slowly pull away. Our team pick is Utah Jazz -6 points. Utah concluded its mini 2-game homestand on Tuesday with a 117-115 loss to the Sacramento Kings. In the game, the Jazz started out slow as Utah was down 35-23 after the first quarter, but rallied as the Jazz outscored the Kings by 13 points in the second and third quarters, but was then outscored by 3 in the fourth to lose the game. In the game, Utah was led by Lauri Markkanen, who dropped 28 points, Jordan Clarkson had 24 points, Mike Conley Jr. had 18, Malik Beasley had 16, and Jared Vanderbilt added 14 points. Houston is set to be in New Orleans on Wednesday before heading back home to host the Jazz on Thursday. This season, the Rockets are 10-27 and 3rd last in the NBA as Houston is in a full rebuild mode, while the Rockets are 6-12 at home and before the game against New Orleans on a 4-game losing skid. Houston has been led by Jalen Green, who's averaging 21.4 ppg, Kevin Porter Jr. is averaging 19.5, Alperen Sengun is averaging 14.4, Jabari Smith Jr. is chipping in with 12.1, and Eric Gordon is chipping in with 11.5 ppg. As a team, Houston is averaging 109.3 ppg, which ranks 29th. I do like the under in this matchup as Houston on a back-to-back will look to slow down the pace, while the Rockets' offense is also not the best. Although Utah does have a great offense and can score a ton of points, the Jazz is just 21-18-1 in hitting the over, while Houston is 18-19, but on no rest, the Rockets are 1-4 in hitting the over. Meanwhile, Utah is currently playing at a pace of 101.4, which ranks 15th, while Houston ranks 14th with a pace of 101.8. As well, in the 2 games these two teams have played this season, the games went for a combined 216 ppg. In Utah's last 10 games, the games are averaging 237 ppg, but as we saw this season, the games are slower against Houston, who also defends them well. The Rockets' last 10 games, meanwhile, went for a combined 222.9 ppg. Our total pick is under 230 points.